It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Jets veteran running back. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Jets and the Steelers next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Throwing, Cousins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
On the move past the 40, down the right sideline, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Cousins throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Cousins again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as they'll try for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Even in a down year statistically, Juice Landry still produced over 50 catches to lead Cleveland in his final season there. A milestone awaits Landry, though, this season. He's almost a lock to jump into the top 50 all-time for receptions. One of those goes for a first down this time.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 22 carries, 88 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Allen's throw taken in by Landry.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. Gets past one man, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point now by Boswell. And And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Cousins on 1st down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. To the air again, it's Cousins. Dumps it off to Edwards. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Cousins. He's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen on the right side, caught by Green. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down.
The Steelers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up the defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
This pass out wide to Hall. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Allen. And the reception made by Green. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Kirk Cousins and the offense back onto the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down.
Now Cousins. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cousins. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
Evades him at the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Davis Price is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown.
And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was the rookie, Ty Davis Price, finishing things off with a touchdown.
A lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Allen.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air, Allen.
And a check down complete to Hall.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
They'll run with Hall. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen going to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 44, Allen. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Cousins. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Returnable for Grant. Oh, look at the juke. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Here's Allen. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. To throw, it's Allen. This is caught by Hilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen. And he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen.
This pass into the hands of Green going across the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Edwards.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins able to find Lazard.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
And New York set to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
Cousins throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on a punt for New York. He's averaging averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Got Edwards now on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Dances by him. Room here to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Allen. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Hilton.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, New York.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins now.
He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To the air again, it's Cousins. That's complete to Lazard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Cousins.
That pass complete to Moore. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, deferred that time, getting the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Cousins.
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Touchdown! DJ Moore. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Oh, good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Dumps it off to Edwards. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And some space here. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen for Hall. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Will Dissly taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, complete. It's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. They'll throw again. Cousins. That's complete right side to Lazard.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Cousins on 3rd and 2.
And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's more. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Pittsburgh, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.